This is exciting.
This is very exciting. Give me a second.
I'm very excited.
You should.
I can't wait to see Barabbas. No, what's his name? Botanicus.
Barabbas.
I didn't know that. All right, so folks, welcome in to the After the Credits with Kevin and Rachel. You've gone through all of the end of Volume 4. We have an extra scene for you here. It is...
E.T. the Ride.
That's right. We are going...
What do they call it? E.T. Adventure? I always just call it E.T. the Ride is what I always call it.
E.T. the Ride! No, we mentioned it while we were doing the podcast. Like, we would probably talk about the ride, but we need to do it separately. So this is not a full podcast. We're not doing a walkthrough of E.T. the Ride. We're just talking about...
Oh, yeah, we are. We're going to tell you about every little animatronic
that
barely moves, and you want to smell it. We're going to describe the smell and the rocks, every rock in there.
Some of our favorites, at least for me, I think, is what you rate, as well as you, Rachel. Podcast The Ride's inaugural episode was on E.T. the E.T. Adventure. Oh, is this like their official one? This is Universal's Orlando's official one. That's interesting.
Yes.
For those that are unable to ride it.
The POV.
See, this is... I like this, because you get, like, oh, I can't get down there. I'll put this on, and I'll just spray a bunch of mist in my face.
Yeah. You gotta have that,
feel like I'm on the
musty, misty smell. You gotta have it.
Well, part of the thing with Universal and all of their parks, they love water.
Oh, yeah.
You get hit with water on literally every single ride. I don't know if there's a ride where you don't get hit by water.
If it's not mist, if it's not like something squirting you in the face with like a drip or something. That's what she said. If it's not a giant splash of something hitting you.
Even in this, you get hit, but you can get hit by a little water.
Yeah, like there's a little waterfall that'll like splash you.
Oh, look, there's a little shooting star. Didn't see that.
No. Oh, it's not moving on the moon though. Guys, why didn't you reshoot this? It's not moving on the moon.
But Botanicus probably isn't moving. Oh, see, this one's gonna give you a better view. Like you're gonna see more of the
warp,
light speed effect.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, that's better.
It's
that's
better.
What it's supposed
it's not
to look
that
like.
Great still, but it's better.
What is next to it?
I'm assuming some other alien creature.
Okay, because it's not like his concubines or something, right?
Do you think Botanicus has concubines?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. It looks like lettuce, like he's holding sentient lettuce.
Oh, there's two of them. Look at under his right arm. There's another one.
Yeah, there's two of them.
I mean, it looks like okay, sentient. I like the idea of this sentient lettuce mixed with a praying mantis look. You know?
Yeah. There's a little bit of that in there.
Yeah. That's not one of them that we were supposed to find. There's only 3 that we're supposed to find, right? And save.
No.
Should
we explain this ride? Rachel,
yes,
Rachel, do you want to do?
Am I giving the story?
The explanation.
Okay.
I feel like
Steven Spielberg
I
gives
gave
a great
it...
explanation at the beginning. I don't know if I have to do this.
Yes. So you're walking. You're spending a day at. You're right. We could just get Steven Spielberg to do it. That's true. Mr. Spielberg.
No, we'll do it too,
please?
But.
Just in case he reaches out to us. If you listen to this and Steven Spielberg cuts in and starts giving an explanation, it's just because that he reached out to Shelf Life.
He required
and said, I personally want to...
Yeah.
Yes.
We did a collaboration with Steven Spielberg about the E.T. ride. No, none of his movies.
The E.T. ride. Nothing else. Just the E.T. ride.
That's right. That's correct.
My favorite thing... I listened to, because Podcast The Ride, of course, did this, as I said, as their inaugural episode. They also did a special episode on Botanicus. Just on Botanicus?
I mean, honestly,
like an hour and a half on Botanicus.
I want to know the lore behind Botanicus. I need to know more.
Look them up, Rachel. I mean, we can do it.
Is there actually, story?
All of your detail needs, we're not going to get into it as much as Podcast The Ride, of course. Mike Carlson, one of the hosts, being I've got to reach out to this person. He found the person that created Botanicus like the character, and he emailed them and asked them questions about Botanicus, and said that he was doing it for his podcast. The guy, and he actually responded and he said, "Good luck with your podcast." And then Mike like
that's so nice.
Mike
though.
like and then Mike like read it again and he was like, "You might think I'm like 9 years old." I can't tell.
Well, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. At least he was nice about it.
They do have a picture of the decaying corpse of Botanicus.
It's creepy.
From leftover from Universal Studios Hollywood. So this E.T. ride was one of the original rides at Universal Studios. It's one of the starters. Put out there as like the sequel to E.T.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've always heard, right?
Apparently E.T. decided to come back to Earth to visit us.
For unknown
reasons. And now he has to get back home again. Because, God forbid, they do anything without E.T., who I always thought was a child anyways, in like, the first one. But their whole world goes to shit every time he leaves.
This is where it gets weird. Rachel, I sent you pictures of the operations manual. I think they were trying to break down how this works, or, like, the different pages, like, the script of what the story is. So I'm going to read you...
Oh boy.
What the story is according to the operations
excited.
manual.
Or do you want me to?
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you. I don't mind you giving a little narration here.
Okay.
I'll describe what the pictures look like.
The story. E.T.'s home planet, the Green Planet, is dying. All E.T.'s friends, Tickly Moot Moot. Stop it! You can't be laughing, or I'm not going to be able to get through it. All E.T.'s friends.
That's the bad one. Go
Tickly
ahead.
Moot Moot, Orbidon, and Magdoll are in danger. Only E.T.'s magic healing touch can save his planet and bring his friends back to life. So E.T.'s teacher, Botanicus, sends a message to E.T. asking him to come home. Only our guests can help E.T. now. Guests are given passports and directed through a forest to the bicycles. With E.T. securely tucked into the milk crate at the front of the bicycle, the journey begins. Racing through the forest, E.T. and our guests are chased by FBI agents. Jeeps come roaring through the trees. Flashlights search the forest. The expert bike riders outwit the government agents at every turn, making their final escape by taking flight. Flying over the city, watching their silhouette across the moon, our riders fly through space towards the Green Planet. Once E.T. and our guests arrive, they find volcanoes and geysers destroying the planet. I thought they were just a part of it. I didn't realize those were destroying it.
Well, I mean, volcanoes destroy planets.
Yeah, I guess
that is what they do.
That's fine.
So.
The geysers,
they also help the planet work, so,
Botanicus points E.T. to his dying friends. They were dying. I told you they were dead.
Oh, all right.
E.T. leaves the milk crate and uses his healing touch to bring his friends back to life. Tickly Moot Moot.
So do you never see his head go up then after they get to the planet?
That's what I was wondering. Does that move in the ride? Like, is it supposed to, like, go down and, like, oh, he left, like, and now it's just,
I
like,
thought
a
it goes up and down. I've seen it go up and down.
I think you're right. It does, like, move up and down, so maybe it goes down and then stays down then for the rest of the ride? Tickly Moot Moot, Orbidon, and Magdoll welcome E.T. home. The Green Planet is thriving again, and E.T. and our guests celebrate along with all the baby E.T.s, turtles, squirtles, and zoms.
Oh, well, yeah, don't forget the zoms.
Soon our guests must return back to Earth. However, before they leave, E.T. personally says goodbye to all those that helped him go home.
Thank you, Roberta. Juan, Muhammad, Pietro, Stan. The pictures that they have drawn up for this are fantastic. There's one of E.T. wearing a
why is he wearing a little
polo shirt and khaki pants? That is fantastic. I kind of just want that.
He's got loafers on.
Well, because he's showing you how to run the ride.
Oh, that's true.
Like that. So he's showing you, like, this is the button that you press to let the the cargo. This is how you fasten someone into the seat.
Right. Make sure to welcome them and light their way is what I kind of
You're
see
waving,
in this one.
waving them ahead. Him standing by the mechanism to allow the riders to get into the queue
that is amazing.
Is pretty great.
He looks like, okay, now he's become middle-aged and he's wearing his polo and khaki pants.
I had such promise, according to Botanicus, and all I do every day is operate the E.T. ride. It's named after me.
Be a scientist.
I became an alcoholic after having just one beer back on Earth.
Maybe he's an engineer. Maybe he just takes care of the ride.
Oh, you think he designed the ride? That's possible. Do we know who designed the ride? Do we have any of that information?
That's a good question.
Which
one's Tickly Moot Moot?
Tickly Moot Moot looks like the Grinch.
He looks like a pervert.
He does kind of look like a pervert.
I don't like that one.
Mm-mm.
I don't like the name or anything. That one's creepy.
It's like the Grinch mixed with Medusa. What is this? Oh, the Book of the... So this whole ride, I think, is based off of that Book of the Green Planet.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if it's authorized or something, but I think that's where Botanicus is from. I think that's where the idea that his name is Zrek is from. Okay. I think that's where all of this ridiculous lore that is clearly not in the movie, nor does it have anything to do with the movie, is a part of.
Right, yeah. Magdal and Orbidon are not in this book, so that's a lie.
Oh.
Orbidon...
Do you think Orbidon is the mushroom head?
Orbidon has to be the mushroom head. Has to be the mushroom head with multiple eyes. And then Magdal looks like a rag doll, and I never knew he said Magdal. So...
Okay, hold on. You're telling me that the creepy Chucky doll lady thing...
Yes.
That's Magdal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then what is the Grimace pair?
I think that is unnamed friend number 5. I don't know what our little Grimace pear flower is. I don't know. It's a good question.
When you walk into this ride, all right, first of all, it's the most unassuming. I think this is part of the misconception, or how this has changed, because Universal Studios, when it first opened, and Rachel, I went around the first year that the thing opened. I think it opened in 1990, and Mom and Dad drove down the year or two later. Yeah. I think we might have been in 91 or something, or 92. No, it would have had to been before you were born. Shortly after the park opened, but we drove down there and went on the ride. So we were one of the first to go on the ride. I think I was actually too little to go on the right bike.
Okay.
I think there was something I had to sit in a non-moving
a specific
bike.
A specific one. They do have those for the kids. They have the kid ones that they have to sit in, because otherwise you're your feet don't fit or something. They don't touch.
Thing about Universal Studios, though, is that when it first opened, the whole idea was riding the movies. So all of the things were supposed to be you're going into a movie set, or we're going to recreate the movie. Right. It's based off of the Universal Studios tour in Hollywood. So the idea is you're going on the movie set, and look, here's all the Psycho stuff, and oh, look, here's the stuff from Jaws, right. And then, oh my God, and then Jaws attacks you.
Jaws is actually in the lake, and he's attacking. Yeah, that was a great ride, and it was hilarious when you would not ride that one, and then you finally did, and you said it was stupid, and I went, why did you think it was going to be scary?
Because it's a shark attacking you. Okay, Rachel, hold on. I had a very vivid imagination, and I kept thinking, but what if the boat tips too far and I fall out and Jaws, the mechanical Jaws, eats me?
Fair.
Then what, Rachel?
It could definitely become sentient and try to eat you. Fair.
It could. So this ride debuted. It opened in 1990 on June 7th with the rest of Universal Studios, and it had this motif. So the building itself is so unassuming. It's
just a gray box.
It's just a box, because it's supposed to look like a soundstage.
Right.
And the original video that Steven Spielberg showed, so the pre-show thing with Spielberg that we talked about, The original one was him telling you that there was going to be new footage shot for E.T., that they were shooting a new scene. So you were all actors, and E.T. the actor was going to join you on set.
That's an interesting concept. Okay, that's definitely different.
So then instead, like, you get the passports. Your intergalactic passport was just a pass to get onto the set. And then at the end, he's thanking you for helping him film the movie or whatever the hell you're doing.
My God.
So that was the original thing. 10 years later or whatever, they changed it so now it had a story, because they slowly got rid of the idea that you were writing a bunch of movies and it became a more immersive experience, like a Disney World.
Movie.
Yeah. The only E.T. ride that's left is in Orlando. The rest of them, so the one in Hollywood closed in 2003, the one in Japan closed in 2009. They were going to close the one in Orlando, but Spielberg was pissed that they closed the other ones. And he threatened to end his involvement with Universal Parks and Resorts if they closed it. So it's still open. However, according to Universal Parks and Resorts Wiki, and we have not been there in a while, Rachel, so I do not know the answer to this, the iconic scent of the ride was removed.
Bullshit. They can't remove it. It's all over the dang park.
I can't imagine, even if you're not spraying that anymore, after 30 some odd years of it, you smell that. You smell that.
One,
ride.
that smell will never go away. Two, if they
it's like getting
cleaned the filters
the
finally, because it's just the mold in the filters, that's what was making the smell. They're not pumping in smell.
Yes, they were.
If they finally clean the filters, and stop pumping in the smell, it's going to come back.
Okay.
It's going to come back. There's no way it just goes away. That damn smell is iconic, and it's throughout the park. And why would they get rid of that?
I would love to find out that it was just mold.
You never thought it was? That smell always smelled like a specific musty mold to me.
So here's somebody on Reddit saying that the E.T. ride smells different. It smells like candles to mimic the smell, but it doesn't smell like the scent.
What the... You're joking. This isn't real.
The company that produced the scent was rumored to either have closed or was having supply chain issues, but they found a replacement, so it could be slightly different.
I'm buying you
Okay.
This.
No, you are not.
I'm buying you this.
So, would you explain to the people what you're looking at right now?
All right, so I was looking up the ET smell because I wanted to see what other people think about the ET ride smell, right? And one of the links is to a Park Sense ET Extraterrestrial Adventure Room spray. It's a spray that's supposed to... It says the scent is the forest, and the brand is Park Sense. Are there more?
Are there more of these? Oh my god, is there like an entire...
There's a candle.
There's a candle? Oh my god. Main Street Bakery from Disney. Okay. I mean, it's going to be a bunch of Disneys. Flight of the Passage smell, the Haunted Mansion smell.
Mansion.
What is even the Haunted Mansion smell? What is that?
It's a good question, because I've never been on that one. I don't think.
Never been on the Haunted Mansion? Yeah, you have. We just haven't been to Disney in 20 years.
Okay,
so
fine.
you just don't remember.
Maybe I was, but I don't remember it. I'm going to get you these.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably be okay with a couple of them if you found some of those. Some of those smells are pretty damn, Somebody said Park Sense is good. Another person is saying Magic Candle Company is pretty darn close.
Huh. Okay.
So apparently a couple of different places do try to replicate that smell. All it smells like is just mist. Like a misty forest smell. I don't even know how to describe it. Rachel's right, though. It smells like mold.
It smells like musty, moldy smell.
If you smelt it in your house, you'd be concerned.
You'd be concerned that you have water somewhere just, like, sitting. It's just it smells like stale water, and then it sprays in your face. And I always figured it was mold. I didn't realize it was, like, a smell they were, like, pumping in, because there's no way that would smell like a forest. Like, it's supposed to smell like, what, rain on pine? Because it doesn't.
Stale,
it smells like
here's somebody that says it smells like stale water and old outdoor carpet that's been sitting there since 1990.
That got, like, flooded, and then they just kept the carpeting.
I think it's actually like it is a smell. Pine fresh, some sort of smell.
There is no
like
pine. I just don't smell the pine. Like maybe a hint of mint, but not even.
Do you think though that like you could not get rid of it, right? Like you need that smell.
Oh God, they would need that smell.
When we watched the movie and you get that first scene in the forest, you smell that forest because of the ride. Oh, so it's now been turned back on.
They might have turned it back on, but it gets a new scent.
So it's not quite the same.
As they finally turned the pine tree scent. Pine tree scent. It wasn't pine. Nobody ever thought that was
not
pine. I would hate it if I went on that ride and it was just pine scent, just pushed into my face. That's too much.
Well, I mean, the next time we go, we're gonna have to see. Is it pine or is it still misty, stale water? Because I mean, the misty, stale water that's what you come for.
That is what you come for.
They say not to put this directly on your skin, by the way. This E.T. Adventure fragrance oil.
It will never go away. You will forever smell like the E.T. ride.
Some people would be okay with that.
You know what I think it is? So I
could get a very specific.
Hold on.
I was just gonna say a joke. I was gonna say I could get a very, very specific type of chick if I smelt like the E.T.
Probably.
ride. Okay.
100%.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're saying in this article, right? It finally smells like pine again. So it originally smelled like pine. The smell just went away, and they left the scent thing inside of the mister.
So you think you and I have never actually
smelled the proper smell, and they finally replaced the scent.
I don't know if that's true. I think you're supposed to smell a lot of mist. I think it's supposed to be like misty swamp water.
It's swamp water, definitely.
Mixed in with the pine.
I honestly don't know. Is it worse now? Is it like stronger? Is it manifesting like it's a being now that like lives there?
According to this, you're supposed to smell different things when you get to the green planet, and you never did. You just smell the E.T. the ride smell.
Oh, so maybe that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna smell like gumballs all of a sudden, like because it always looked like it would smell like candy and flowers.
Yeah, that's just because it's so colorful.
It's too colorful, and then it's just so loud.
Paddington or whatever, the one Paradon or whatever. According to the wiki, in 2024, Universal Studios Florida announced that the rest of the attractions, including E.T. Adventure, would become part of the section of Hollywood, since the rest of the attractions in Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone would be permanently closed to make way for DreamWorks Land in summer of 2024. What the hell's going to go in DreamWorks Land? I did not know about this.
I didn't know DreamWorks Land was going to be a thing.
No. Okay.
Well, the Minions, right?
But Minions is on the other side by it's where Shrek was.
Yes, but I think that's the whole point. They're going to probably put Shrek, Minions, all of that kind of
stuff. Shrek is gone.
I understand, Kevin. My point is if they're making a whole land that is for DreamWorks, they're going to have all that crap back.
Mm-hmm.
Look, get ready to play in a colorful, imaginative land new at Universal Studios Florida. Meet Shrek and splash in his swamp. Scream with laughter on the troller coaster. Oh, that stupid troll.
Oh, don't get Rachel started on the
troller coaster. Poe, the panda. Shrek.
Meet and talk with Poe. Oh, you just meet and talk with him.
Oh,
that
yeah,
sounds good.
Cooking and delicious snacks. So is that just like a food place?
Yeah, and you're gonna meet Shrek outside the cottage. Okay, so that's not great.
Oh, I see.
Well, that looks okay.
Yeah, like having
like it's like a little area.
Does he just scream at you all the time? Because I just want him to like tell you to get off his lawn and get out of my swamp.
I think it's just like a meet and greet.
No, I just want him to scream at you. It's just the only thing that makes sense, though.
And then E.T. will be outside of this now.
But they have to keep it, right? Because Spielberg's not dead.
They have to keep it because. Yeah,
the
knock on
that
wood.
Man croaks, they're getting rid of it. You know that.
Yeah, I know. It's timed. The building implodes whenever he dies.
So hopefully you're not in there because it just automatically happens.
Here's someone that says it smells awful, like a rotting old grandma's house. At one point, we were sure we smelled something burning. They need to take that ride behind the bar. Okay, so
but
we
there
talked
is
a lot
supposed to
about
be a
the
burning
smell.
I was reading, and there's supposed to be a burning smell when you get to the planet because it's supposed to smell like the places. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a real smell.
Right,
the ride's not on fire, folks. Hopefully.
you don't know with a ride this old and
really
this
don't.
that has never. I feel like they were like, fine, Steven, we won't get rid of the ride, and we're also not going to maintain it in any way, shape, or form. And they didn't do a thing to it, and it just is what it is. So we've talked about the outside of the ride. When you get inside the ride, Steven Spielberg greets you.
Yes.
And he tells you what you're supposed to be doing. You are helping E.T. get back home. His teacher, Botanicus, and the way that he says Botanicus, he says it like he doesn't want to say it. He's like, Botanicus.
Well, because it's not his story, right?
No, all of these characters were just made by that guy that made the Green Planet book.
Right.
It doesn't actually have any actual thing to do with Steven Spielberg. And then you get your interplanetary passports, and you're going to be using levitating bikes to get in. And I actually really like the queue for the ride.
Well, you have to have a nice
immersive
forest queue. I feel like Universal does a very good job of that.
Yeah, I've always liked the queues. I think that they're getting even better at queues as they realize that people have to wait in lines longer, and they're making them themed and everything.
They're very themed. Yeah. Stuff happens in the lines. Voices talk to you, or like stuff happens. So it makes it a lot more interesting, and hopefully not making it feel like you're sitting in line for hours.
So once you get onto the ride, what's your favorite part of the ride, Rachel?
My favorite part of the ride?
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the ride...
Is it just seeing Botanicus in the queue?
It's always the best to see Botanicus, but I'm thinking it's like when they actually like jerk you into the sky. Like, and you're
and
actually
it is a
jerking
sky.
Motion to get into the sky. And like I was saying, I like the little like cityscape and stuff that you get to see. It's like a little miniature city that they made with the little sky around it, and that's when the music actually goes. Yeah. Like, that part's nice. I like that part, I think. The mannequin people, a little lacking for me, you know?
Oh, a little?
A little, because the people don't move at all. The
aliens
do, but the mannequin people are literally like, they took mannequins from a old, like, fashion shop or something, put them in like cop uniforms and stuff, and just stuck them in the ride. They don't do anything. They're not animatronics. I like the car that almost like hits you every time. It's like it makes the sound, and the lights turn on. It doesn't move.
Wait, which one doesn't move?
The cars, when like the cars like flash their lights at you.
No, isn't the one supposed to like come at you, or is that just an illusion?
I think it's an illusion, and they put the sound in. I think it's just an illusion.
The ride also originally featured ride cars based on the spaceship that E.T. arrived in. But due to the popularity of the bike space seats on the ride vehicle, the spaceship seating was removed in 2004. Maybe that's what I sat in as a little kid. I truly could not tell you. Yeah, I don't remember. Because I don't know if anybody's going to have a version of this from the 90s. Like, if you look up E.T. Adventure from the 90s, it would have been a lot harder for people to get, like, a picture of it back then. There's a lot more adults than there is anyone else.
Because adults are finally going back to parks to be like, I can finally just go to the parks and enjoy myself. People complain that adults go to parks all the time.
It's 2020, but no one's wearing a... But, well, they complain about certain people. It's 2020 and no one's wearing a mask, so this must be right before the pandemic, which explains why everyone's wearing coats.
Oh, yeah, so it's got to be like...
It's like
January
March or February.
Something.
Yeah. Okay, we're going in. Steven's going to tell us what's going on. Wouldn't it be weird if there was just somebody filming you? I'd be like, knock it off. This is getting nauseating. Okay, good, he stopped. Look at this. He even did like a side-by-side here.
Great. Wow.
This guy's fancy.
All right, come on.
Do you think they're good? Do you think... They should have updated it again. They should have done a 40th anniversary one.
That would be funny.
Hello.
I kind of want him to go, hi, I'm still Steven Spielberg, and then Spielberg comes out and goes, hi, I'm also Steven Spielberg, and we're doing another update. Botanicus. He calls him Botanicus.
Yeah, he doesn't say it right. I have a feeling Steven Spielberg can say what he wants. I think he hates this ride.
Oh, I know he hates it, but he's forcing them to keep it because he's pissed at them. He's like, this is a shitty ride, and I'm gonna make you keep it because it's got my ET on it.
Well, it's because it is ET, and it's because he loves ET, which we discussed. Here we go. Okay, so Rachel, while they're doing the name thing, do you want to explain what your husband did? I don't think your husband ever went to Universal before he went with us, right? Am I right in saying that?
I don't think he did.
So
I don't think he had experienced at least our way.
no,
if he
not
has
well.
gone.
No one can experience.
And if he did, he was probably like a baby.
Us,
but
yeah. So
he didn't give his real name. Yeah, he gave like a random name.
No.
To the person.
He tried to stump E.T.
Yes.
He tried to find a name he thought might not be in the database.
Correct.
So he just came up with a name, and then he put it in, and he was I can't remember what it was. It was like it wasn't Roberto. That's what he said.
Right, because we ended up getting somebody else's car full of people. It wasn't even our car full of people.
Yeah, it wasn't even our car. And I think he only went on it. Did he go on it twice with us, or did he only go on it once?
He went on it twice, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because he thought it was silly, and he wanted to go on it again just to try to do the name thing. So we got to do it the next time, but...
This section with the redwood trees and this queue is great. It really is great.
No,
looking at it again and seeing it and actually getting to see like the light and everything. It is fantastic. Sometimes you can hear Botanicus, and sometimes he's... and that's as good as you hear him.
Right.
Do you think that most people know E.T. from the ride at this point?
Do you think they know E.T. more so from the ride versus the movie?
The movie. Yeah.
That's a weird question, because I don't know. Maybe?
I mean, this ride is 35 years old almost.
Right.
He's not moving here.
Yeah, he is.
Oh. He sounds more like what we heard him sound like. Oh, I love the way that he shot this, where, like, Botanicus is coming into frame like Johnny from Outsiders.
I highly recommend this, Rachel,
as our link for... Yeah, we're gonna have to put this as the link to the After the Credits episode for people to watch the walkthrough.
Yeah, this is a great one.
Because this one's the best one
so far
yet. Yeah, because like I get it. Like if you want to watch the ride, Attractions 360 is probably the best one because it gives you the the headset view. But this is like the full experience. Like
this is the immersive. You're going through the line and everything.
Yeah. So I actually see his head's up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I always just thought it was always up, but maybe it does go down now.
I think it's supposed to be up
there
it goes
because down. Okay, so it does go up and
because
down.
the NASA guy catches you on the camera. So, like, if you go back, 15 seconds, the NASA guy gets you on the camera. Oh, you're right. The car doesn't move. It just makes the noise. See, like, there. I feel like the car kind of moves on the side, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's an illusion now. I
think it's an illusion. You're just so into it right now, Rachel.
I am. I am
so
immersed.
Up again. His head's up again so that you can start. So you can start flying.
Because we're flying. Look, they're flying.
Yeah, the shooting star's not working on this one.
Maybe it doesn't happen every time.
Yeah, maybe it just...
Oh, wait, there's another one. There's another one on the left. There was, there's just shooting stars all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the moon doesn't work every time, apparently. You're supposed to see a shadow, but... Oh, that looked better.
That noise is terrifying, though.
That noise is loud. There's the mist. Just enjoy the smell. The mold.
shooting 30-year-old mold in your face.
He does say their names.
I think you're right, though. That is supposed to be his healing touch.
Yeah, like little sparkles go across the wall. And it's like he's healing the planet and he's healing his friends. And then we
Why
get to
does
go
she
to the
sound
celebration.
insane?
What?
She
Why
sounded
does she
insane.
sound like this? I don't know. It's just funny. The little gremlins are coming at you know.
Yeah, they almost even do like a little gremlin. Like it sounds like when the gremlins are like doing their theme.
Yeah.
There's an exit sign if you need to get out.
When the ride breaks
Could
down.
you imagine being? Can you imagine being like one of the engineers that has to come in here and like fix shit and be like the maintenance and?
I would think something's gonna come to life and kill me.
Oh, absolutely.
On any of the rides, I'd feel like something is about to come to life and scare the crap out of me.
Yeah, that's a movie we could make. He tried. Got a few
Yeah.
in there. Oh, it's taking you back home.
Yeah, it's transportalating you back home.
I didn't realize that.
Sometimes that mist and light just
I feel like
doesn't
some
work.
of this stuff does not work on this ride, yeah. It feels like it's real hit or miss.
Do we get to see his picture? Is he gonna really immerse us? Because it takes your picture.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't remember that. I thought you exit
swore
right by
it did.
at the gift shop. Do you not exit into the gift shop in this one?
It's over there.
I didn't realize that all of these trees are planted too to make it look like a redwood forest.
Oh, that makes sense, because they
Oh,
are,
here
like,
we go,
taller
photo
and
spot.
stuff.
Yeah. E.T.'s toy closet, of course.
I still probably should get an E.T. I'm surprised I don't have a little E.T.
You had a chance at
I
Comic-Con,
did
Rachel.
have a chance. I should have just gotten that
He
one.
was all over the fucking place. We
was the
folks
weirder
at home,
part.
we recorded. Oh, this is where you can get your photo with him. We recorded ET before. I don't remember him being in the closet like that. That one to get that picture.
Mm-hmm.
We recorded ET before we went to a convention this year, and then we went to the convention and we just kept finding little ETs
Yeah, that was
everywhere.
weird.
Rachel even put
I
one
did
on
post
on our
I
Instagram.
did. It was so...
Oh, I wonder. You must have to pay to get either of those pictures.
Oh,
like
well,
I
duh.
would just.
You're not going to be able to
Yeah.
just get a picture with it.
Oh, and it's shaped as the flying saucer.
Well, yeah, because it's his
That's nice.
closet. It's like it's like on the ship, right? It's like his bedroom closet.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that the idea?
I guess so. Yeah. So there you go. That's a good walkthrough of everything there. I think we've covered most of it. We've covered the thing that makes this ride probably the most famous, which is the names, which barely ever work. But
But
they
it's
try.
fun. Sometimes it works. Sometimes. And then sometimes
ridiculous
they have it all
names.
mixed up, and you're gonna get somebody else's name, which I feel like is inevitable.
So yeah, that's E.T. the Ride. It is just this little thing that is supposed to be, according to Steven Spielberg and company, sequel to E.T. The Green Planet is the dumbest idea. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It is really stupid. Because, like, I get it, because Spielberg said he was plant-based. They made, the guy that made the book...
He's a root. He's a root. He's a potato.
That's right, he is a potato. I remember we talked about that. But it just seems so insane. William Kotzwinkle
What?
is the person that... William Kotzwinkle
Oh, I thought
wrote
that was
E.T.,
another one
the
of his
book of the
friends.
Green Planet. Oh.
I didn't know.
Kotzwinkle also wrote the novelization of E.T., which I can't imagine what that's like. A lot of pictures of Botanicus teaching little ETs. Does not have a lot of information. For more information on E.T. the Green Planet, check out Podcast the Ride. Is there anything else that we need to discuss about the ride? We've talked about Tickly Moot Moot.
Well, I guess, in my opinion, if you've never experienced the E.T. ride and you get a chance to, you have to ride it. You have to.
You absolutely should. It is...
Is it great? No. But you have to
No, it's
ride
pretty
it.
bad.
It's awful.
Yeah. Well, and some of that is its age. Some of that is the fact
Sure.
that it was for little kids. And it was for
Right.
little kids in the early 90s. So the technology is stuck in the early 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could do to improve it. I don't want them to get rid of
fix
it.
the mannequins.
Yeah, maybe
I
if
feel
they
like
updated
they could probably do a
those.
lot of things. They could fix the warp. I think they could do a lot of things, honestly, to fix it up. But I don't think they should get rid of it. I think they should just fix it up and make it a little bit better. You don't have to shove screens in there. Don't be shoving screens in there. You don't need to do that. I love the little models and everything that you have in there. But a little update would be nice.
I don't want them to do anything where, they're shoving screens in it or anything like that. I don't really want them to necessarily redo it, but just some sort of like upgrade in some way with some sort of tech would probably be the way to go, I think. Yeah. Because at this point, and I know that it's kind of like, it's almost a parody of Peter Pan and the Small World, because like Universal still, even though like a lot of people think like they might be eclipsing Disney's innovation at this point, starting with Harry Potter and continuing.
Hold on, because have you seen Disney's in Japan, like the new animatronics?
No.
Oh, I gotta show you those.
Okay. They're going Westworld with it? Like can you fuck the robots, Rachel? Like in Westworld?
No. But they look really lifelike. But no.
Close enough. It's like our version of It's a Small World After All and Peter Pan, but we're making it trippy and E.T. and aliens. It's, at this point, theme park history as the last original ride at Universal Studios, Florida.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's not great. It doesn't exactly have shelf life if we're doing that. Like, I don't think we're doing that because this is just after the credits. But it's history more than anything.
Sure. I feel like it just needs to be written because of how like old and the history of it. And there's just something, you gotta experience that smell. And considering they're pumping it back in, I think you need to go smell it. All right? Go
and
check
it's
out
the
the
sequel
rocks,
to
go
E.T.
smell it. It's the sequel to E.T., so go watch E.T. and then go
watch
ride
E.T.
the
Listen
ride.
to our podcast.
That's
Listen
right.
to our podcast on your ride over to Universal Studios.
That's right.
Do we have any other Universal shows? Oh, not yet, but folks, stay tuned.
Ooh.
We'll have another. We'll have another.
We're gonna have something
one here. Yeah.
Not too far
but,
away.
Yeah, I think that might be our only one so far.
I think so.
Oh, and the Usual Suspects ride, of course.
Yes, that ride.
You know what though? As I just said that, Small Soldiers ride would probably be pretty good.
I feel like it would be.
Fit Universal's MO of like being a demented version of Disney and that kind of stuff. So Rachel, is there anything else that we need to talk about when it comes to the E.T. adventure?
No, I think we've covered it. Ride it, smell it, enjoy it.
Smell it. Definitely smell it.
Don't expect a lot from it, but yeah.
Don't expect anything from it except for maybe some jokes, maybe some laughs along your 3-minute journey.
And to get to say hi to Botanicus.
And you get to say hi to Botanicus and E.T. That's always fun. But yeah, we just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the E.T. ride because we figured we could. So that's it for us at Shelf Life. Volume 4 is over. We'll be back with Volume 5, but this was just a little after the credits. Otherwise, Shelf Life will return! Right now.
Right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
You know.
I need a break.